Inferno, Canto 2. The day was going, and the dusky air unburdened all the creatures of the earth of weary toil. I now prepared myself to face alone the struggle of the journey, and to the piteous sights that I must see, of which my faithful memory shall tell. O Muses, O great genius, aid me now. O memory, that wrote down what I saw, here shall your noble character be shown. I thus began. O poet, my true guide, consider if my courage will suffice, ere you commit me to such high endeavor. You tell of how the sire of Silvius, while yet corruptible, attained the sphere eternal, and was there in flesh and blood. And if the adversary of all wrong treated him graciously, and bore in mind his destiny, and who and what he was, it does not seem unjust to one of knowledge. Chosen was he in heaven Empyrean to father Rome and all her mighty realm, and they were both ordained, if truth be told, to be established in that holy place where now great Peter's follower sits enthroned. By going there, for which you give him praise, he learned those things which were to be the cause of his own victory and the palpable rule. The chosen vessel went there afterward to bring back comfort thence unto that faith which is the starting of salvation's way. But I, why should I go? By whose decree? I am not Paul, nor am I Aeneas, but deemed unworthy by myself and others. Wherefore, if I allow myself to go, I fear it would be folly. You are wise, and understand what I have left unsaid. Like one who wished undone what he had wished, shifting his purpose when his mind is changed, and thus abandons what he has begun, just so was I upon that dusky slope. For in my thoughts I dropped that enterprise, which at the outset sped along so fast. If I have well construed what you have said, that shade magnanimous replied to me, your soul is now oppressed with cowardice, which often is a stumbling block to man, to turn him backward from a worthy start, as fancied sights will cause a beast to shy. So that this fear you have may be dissolved, I'll tell you why I came, and what I heard at the first moment that I grieved for you. I was among those spirits in suspense. A blessed, lovely woman called to me. At once I asked her what was her command. Her eyes were gleaming brighter than a star when she replied to me in accents mild, her voice serene and like an angel's clear. O courteous soul of Mantua, whose fame has long endured upon the earth above, and shall endure as long as time shall move, a friend of mine, but fortune's enemy, is so beset upon the desert slope that fear has turned him back upon his way. I am afraid lest he has strayed so far that I have come too late to succor him, according to what I have heard in heaven. Go, with your gracious speech encourage him, and help him, and with whatever he may need to save him, so that I may be consoled. Beatrice am I who asks that you should go. That place I come from, I would seek again. By agency of love, I move and speak, and when again I go before my Lord, I oftentimes shall sing your praise to him. When she was silent, I replied to her, O Lady virtuous, through whom alone the human race surpasses all contained within that heaven of the smallest circles, so pleasing to myself is your command that, were it done, it would still seem too late. Nor need your purpose further be disclosed. But tell me why you have not been afraid of coming downward to this lower ring, from that wide sphere you wish to seek again. Since you desire so earnestly to know, I'll tell you briefly, Beatrice replied, why I am not afraid to enter here. One should be fearful only of those things which have the power to harm one's fellow men, not of the rest, which give no cause of fear. By God's own grace I have been so composed, that by your misery I am untouched, nor can I be assailed by yonder flames. A lady most compassionate in heaven takes so much pity on this man's sad plight that she assails the cruel decree on high. She sought Lucia and addressed her thus: Your faithful one is now in need of you, and I commend him to your loving care. Lucia, enemy of cruelty, moved, and came to where I chanced to be, time-honored Rachel sitting by my side. She said, O Beatrice, true praise of God, why not assist this man whose love for you is such that he has left the vulgar throng? Can you not hear the anguish in his cry? Can you not see the death that threatens him above that stream that flows not to the sea? Never on earth was anyone so swift to seek his good or shun his ill as I, the moment that these words had been pronounced, came hither downward from my blessed seat, relying on the power of your word, which honors you, as well as those that hear it. And after she had spoken to me thus, she wept, and turned on me her radiant eyes, whereby she made me still more quick to go. And so I came to you, as she had wished, and took you from before the savage beast that blocked your passage up the mountainside. Therefore, what troubles you? Why hesitate? Why is your heart oppressed by cowardice? Why do you lack in courage and in zeal, when 3 such blessed women there on high now plead your cause before the court of heaven, and I myself do prophesy such good? As flowers bent down and closed by frost of night, when brightened later by the morning sun stand upright on their stems with petals wide, just so I stiffened my exhausted spirit. An ardor so benign suffused my heart that I began to speak like one set free. How full of pity, she who succored me! How kind are you, so swiftly to obey the words of truth that she addressed to you. For by your arguments you have disposed my heart to such an eagerness to go, that to my first intent I have returned. Lead on. May one sole will inspire us both. Be you my leader, you my lord and master. Thus did I speak, and after he had moved, I entered on the roadway, deep and wild,